So you see a co-op game, it looks short, it looks fun, and it's exactly what you and the kids need. But then 3 hours later, you're still unlocking characters. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't need more work after finishing work. So I put together a list of 10 that actually deliver and don't become massive time traps and end up stealing your whole weekend. And if you're new here, welcome. This channel helps gaming dads decide if games are worth their limited time. So if that sounds like you, hit subscribe. Now let's get into that list. Number 1, Rayman Legends. This is a 2D platformer where you're running and jumping and collecting looms and rescuing teensies. It's absolutely beautiful, it's got great music, and it's up to 4 players on the same screen. Now you're looking at around 8 to 10 hours to clear the main campaign, which is totally doable. And it works well with the kids because if they fall behind, a bubble just catches them and they respawn. So they're back in the game without any real drama. That bubble mechanic is basically a little bit of a parenting cheat code. Number 2, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This is basically 9 Star Wars films in one single game, and you get to play through the whole saga, smashing Lego, collecting studs. The good news is it's a split screen co-op, so you're each doing your own thing on the same screen. Now, the main story sits at around 15 to 17 hours, but it's longer if you're chasing the collectibles, and in this game, you most likely will. For gaming dads, it's pretty close to ideal. It saves constantly, so if you have to stop mid-mission, you won't really lose anything. That means real life can interrupt you, and it doesn't cost you a thing, unless you can't put the controller down fast enough to put out a fire. Fair warning. Number 3, Overcooked 2. This is a cooperative cooking game where you and your partner run a kitchen together, chopping up ingredients, plating dishes, and sending out orders before the time runs out. Now it's kind of ridiculous, and it's kind of exactly what my life looks like with a fiery Lebanese wife. You'll be cooking on moving trucks and even hot air balloons. The main campaign is at around 6 to 8 hours, but individual levels are pretty short, which matters for us. Sessions are actually short enough to squeeze in when you need to, and you can pause mid-chaos and easily walk away. The other benefit is it really gets you talking with your kids to complete levels, which is absolutely brilliant. It's funny because you'll be arguing about who's doing the washing up, which is basically me every night. Number 4, Moving Out 2. Moving Out 2 is a co-op game where you're a removal company and your job is to get the furniture from a building into a truck. Now, how you do that is entirely up to you. The physics engine in this game has nothing to do with being realistic. You're looking at around 6 to 7 hours to see everything the main game has to offer. You can have your kids handling all the small stuff, and you can take the heavy lifts. And of course, everything's going to go wrong, which is part of the fun. The timer actually freezes when you pause, sessions are short, and it's just a funny, laugh out loud kind of game. Number 5, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. This is a kart racer that includes different tracks, weapons, drifts, and a lot more. If you played the original on PlayStation back in the day, this is the modern version of that. The adventure mode runs at around 8 to 10 hours, but honestly, you might just keep playing this one for longer. If you set the AI to easy and your 8-year-old is actually racing you, you're not carrying them. Sessions are short, it also saves between events, and the nostalgia in this game hits you exactly when the competition hooks them. Number 6, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game, and of course, it's the Turtles. You pick a character, move from left to right, and punch and kick your way through waves of Foot Clan soldiers until you reach Shredder. Now this has up to 6 players in local co-op, and it looks great. The story mode clocks in at around 4 to 5 hours, which is short enough to finish in a weekend without losing the rest of it. Your kids can just mash the buttons, and it works, because the game is designed to let that work. And there's autosaves after every stage, and sessions are naturally short. My kids were properly into this one when we were playing. If only real-life turtles were this cool. Number 7, LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. This game is a superhero action adventure covering the whole Marvel universe. You fight through story missions, explore open world hubs, and unlock an enormous amount of characters, all the way from Spider-Man to Groot to Thor. Now the main story is around 12 to 15 hours, and more if you want everything. There's split screen, simple controls, and death basically doesn't cost you anything. You basically lose a couple of studs, you respawn, and then carry on. What's great is there's always clear objectives, with constant autosaves, and of course if your kids are into Marvel, this one is pretty much a no-brainer. Number 8. Lovers in Dangerous Spacetime. No, this isn't an adult movie, dads. This puts you inside a spaceship where you're fighting through waves of enemies. Between you, you switch between stations, and there's weapons, shields, and engines, basically managing the ship together in real time. In this game, nobody really has a chance to get bored or even sit on the sidelines. You're looking at around 6 to 8 hours to get through the campaign, and chunked into short sessions, it fits neatly around real life. And the good news is you can pause mid-attack wave. So the kids just pick a station, you can handle the navigation, and the whole thing forces you to work as a team. It's pretty chaotic, but it's a great way to connect and work together. Number 9. Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince. This is a physics-based puzzle platformer, and you have 3 characters, a wizard, a knight, and a rogue, who all have different abilities. The wizard conjures objects, the knight smashes through obstacles, and the rogue swings on ropes. Now you use them together to solve environmental puzzles and get through some really beautiful levels. Now at around 8 to 10 hours to see credits, it's very manageable. But here's the thing that matters. There's separate difficulty sliders for combat and puzzles. So basically you can dial the challenge to exactly where your kid needs it to be, and that level of control is pretty rare. It's genuinely a visually stunning game. And number 10, Unravel 2. This is a puzzle platformer where you each control a tiny character made of yarn called a yarnie. You're literally connected by a thread, solving puzzles and navigating through a beautiful environment as a team. The main game is around 4 hours and it's one of the shorter ones on the list, but it definitely still earns its spot. The platforming is simple enough for kids, but timing can get a little tricky sometimes. My kids played this one together, but they asked me to complete a couple of tough sections. It also saves constantly, and it's one of the most touching games you can play with your child because it's literally all about staying connected. So that's the list of 10. Every one of them tested against the same measure. Is it actually worth your time? And every one of them passed. Drop your favorites in the comments or let me know which ones I missed on this list. And wherever you're playing this weekend, if you game after bedtime, remember, you're a gaming dad legend. See you in the next one.